A spot in the loop that apparently has a locked gate. I don't show any private property on the map that I have, so I'm surprised that there is a locked gate saying private property.
For this, we should probably go back to the beginning. We had been exploring around the border of Arizona and Utah and saw that there were water glyphs nearby. I had never seen a water glyph, and neither had Dane, so we thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to go exploring in this area. After completing a morning hike, we decided that off-roading for the rest of the afternoon sounded like a good idea with the temperatures rising. So we turned on our trusty Gaia app that we've used for years and pointed the truck west.
We are gonna go exploring in between the Utah and Arizona border. Technically right now we are in Arizona, but we'll be swinging back into Utah partway through this trail. This one doesn't officially have a name, so we're gonna name it. We're gonna call it Lost Spring Mesa Loop. And so this is supposed to have water glyphs and amazing views and petroglyphs. So I feel like this will be a pretty fun adventure. It's gonna be sandy. We don't know what the trails look like because there's no information online about them except for people who've gone to the petroglyphs and water glyphs. So this should be fun. So far it's bumpy. Whee! Are enjoying the cactus, or cacti as it is. They are all in bloom and it's super pretty. There's a bunch of pink and a bunch of yellow that we've seen so far, and we also see some globe mallow, which is orange. But this is really nice, like actually we're like on the perfect day to see cactus. It's really pretty back here.
When the desert comes to life, it is truly an exciting experience. And if you've never seen desert cactus flowers, you don't know what you're missing. The trail for the most part was just mildly rocky, and it gave a little bit more interest to the scenery. Dane was rather enjoying this trail since there was nothing really difficult about it and could easily be done in any SUV.
So trail thoughts, Dane, what do you think of this one so far?
Oh, it's easy, it's nice.
It is. There's some rocky bits. But
rocky-ish, yeah.
But I would call it like easy, maybe at most a moderate so far.
Yeah.
But
easy.
Yeah, it's been very scenic. We're gonna be getting here soon to the canyon overlook, so I'm looking forward to that. But so far the trail's been really nice. It's been just kind of a nice little jaunt through the desert. There's some really cool things, and yeah, enjoying it so far.
As we traveled through the whoops in the road, we wondered how close we were getting to the overlook. As the trees got closer and closer, it felt like we were going through the same thing over and over again. After a few more turns, we finally reached a very rocky section. However, these rocks weren't a concern since we knew we were totally rocking the full skid plate package. As the cactus disappeared, the scenery started to get very repetitive for a while. We wondered at this point, would we ever reach those overlooks?
It's been the same scenery for a while, and it kind of gets a little bit tedious.
Long,
very
boring,
long
rough.
and rough. So we're hoping that the overlooks are good and the water cliff. I've never seen a water cliff before, and so it better be worth it. So I know the overlooks are probably going to be pretty cool, so no matter what, at least there's going to be a view. We'll find the water glyphs, and we're almost to the first overlook. So I thought that a while ago, but this time we're actually getting pretty close. So I could see like mountains in the background, so I think we're getting close.
And we were getting close. As the trees started to open up and through this rocky field, we could start to see the cliff edge as we got closer and closer. Would it be worth it? We were about to find out.
To the first overlook, and definitely worth it. It is, you could see a really long ways. You can actually see the edge of Sand Hollow from here. And we are a long way from Sand Hollow. So I'm going to turn around and show it to you.
After admiring the view for a while, we continued down the trail to find the water glyph.
Seeing our first water glyph, and I'm pretty excited. You kind of have to hunt for them. The pins, if you can find them online, I'm not going to share them with you. They are hard, they're not exactly accurate, but here you go behind me. There is the water glyph. I've never seen one before, so they're super interesting. I'll have to look up some history about them. But we didn't find the other one. We think we might have seen a little bit of it. It probably has deteriorated a lot, but this one looks really cool. So I'll get some close-ups here.
Water glyphs are a reoccurring type of petroglyph that's commonly found in the American Southwest, but mostly in southern Utah and northern Arizona. So basically along the Arizona Strip area. These are believed to be pointing to where water source is located. And unlike most petroglyphs, water glyphs are carved into the rock that is horizontal on the ground, typically on a cliff face. After admiring the water glyph for a while, we continued back on the trail to continue our loop. However, apparently we should have checked in a more recent map.
Spot in the loop that apparently has a locked gate. I don't show any private property on the map that I have, so I'm surprised that there is a locked gate saying private property. Stuff could have changed in the meantime since I've got that map, but we're seeing if it's actually locked gate, because sometimes people are just, they try to keep public lands to themselves. That gate is locked and it's kind of welded shut, and even if we got through that gate, there is a giant boulder in the middle of the road. So we are now, instead of having this be a loop like we had planned,
a 6-hour trek back.
Going back the way we came.
3 or whatever long ways.
So if you're gonna do this one, plan extra time because it is rough. It is definitely, it's cool with the overlooks and the glyph.
Do something else.
But you get a lot of the same scenery other than that.
Else.
It's kind of a lot of beating up for not much.
Yeah, let's see, we're beating for like 4 hours.
Now if we could have dropped off that canyon,
so we'll have 6
it
hours.
would have been
tired,
way easier. So
way easier if we drop off canyon. We can't.
But anywho, we're gonna leave it here unless something interesting happens, and we'll see you next time.
Easy trail, rough. Don't do it. Do the other one that has more stuff.
Yes. Yeah, you're good. You got like a foot.